This conference will now be recorded.
Sales return process, any hurdles? Anyone has practiced this returns, sales returns, and any challenges? Okay, so today I will try to show you replace and scrap, because in this replace and scrap, how the material is on hand inventory changes, we need to understand. So let me show you replace and credit. Replace and scrap, sorry. Replace and scrap means we are giving new item, and whatever we are receiving, that is we are putting in the dustbin. We need to put in the dustbin. So if you are using this replace and scrap option, then how the inventory will be changed, let us understand. Okay, so I'm creating return order, sales and marketing, return orders, sales returns, return orders. Click on new. So let me take duplicate and let me show you how on hand inventory is changing. How the on hand inventory is changing. Product information management, products, release products. So I'm selecting customer. Any customer is fine, but US001 has lot of data. That is the reason I'm selecting customer US001, but you can select any customer. Click OK. So find sales orders. Okay, suppose we are selecting this item. Okay, I'm selecting only one item. Click OK. So meanwhile, let me go to this item master and let me verify on hand inventory. What is the on hand inventory? So 1001, 1000, item number 1000, search name is 1001. So 122, on hand inventory is 122. Now update lines, registration. So we are selecting now replace and scrap. Replace and scrap. Click OK. Now if you click on add registration line, so before registered, if you verify, it is same process 122 only. There is no change in the on hand inventory. If you click on here, there is no change. If you update registration, if you confirm registration, then it is received, the status is registered, means material on hand inventory will be increased. Let me show you. Now it will become 122 to 123. Okay, it was increased. Now I'm closing this one. Next one is replacement of item. Replacement. So we can select item, one quantity, available quantity, available physical is 113. Click on apply. Let me show you how the sales orders are changing. So sales order number is 1760. Sales orders, if you verify, so 1760, it was created written order. Now I'm doing post packing slip. Click OK. So always if it is sales process, it will ask you to print out, because it is mandatory, you need to take a printout. So for the sales process, it will warn you always. Now if you go to sales orders, if you refresh, what happens, this 1760 will be, this status will be changed to delivered. That means return order means received, and then one more sales order will be created, 1761. Look at this one. Okay, 1761 is created and this is delivered. If you verify on hand inventory, there is no change, same as it is 123 will be available. There is no change in the on hand inventory. Okay, now we will do invoice for this material. For this 160, it is written order. For that we need to do invoicing, that is financial postings, means customer will be credited instead of debit, because it is written. Click OK. This is written order. We are doing written order invoicing. Now if you verify on hand inventory, it will decrease to 122. Let it be process this invoicing. Give me a second. Okay, not now. Fine. So now it was became, see, look at this one, it is 122. What happens? Whatever we have received, that is, whenever you are doing registration, it will increase on hand inventory. Whenever you are doing invoice, it will be decreasing. if you verify the transactions, you can understand, because we have selected the type scrap. Whatever we have received, that is we are putting in the dustbin. So for that, if you look at this one, last transaction, one is through 1760 sales order. It was purchased means received material, but immediately there is a quarantine order. Internally it was created quarantine order with 29 with -1 quantity, because we are putting in the dustbin. That's what we have told. I have told you, replace and scrap. So this is delivery item, new item, this replacement. This is received quantity. Initially it was updated +1 and later it was updated -1. So this +1 is during disposition code update and -1 is during invoice. During invoice it was updated -1. Understood? Any doubt in this? System will automatically make adjustment because during the invoice process, because we have selected instead of replace and credit, we have selected in replace and scrap. If it is a scrap means we have received that material, but we are keeping this one in the dustbin. Best example, markers. Okay, now if I do delivery of this item, replacement, let me do packing slip, then stock will be deducted and it will become 121. Because we are dispatching this material, let me select all and we are selecting this one, click OK. Then on hand inventory will be decreased 1. It will become 121. So now it was delivered, means sales order delivered means stock will be deducted. It will become 121. Initially 122, the original, but as soon as if you click on registration, it is updated with +1. Of course, in the sales return order we are entering minus, but internally on hand inventory increased to +1 because we have received. Then at the time of invoice, the same, it will decrease on hand. So using quarantine order. So what is this quarantine order? I will explain you. You are going to understand about quality order and quarantine order in after some time. You are going to learn. With this quarantine order, it is decreasing the stock. So net effect is 0. That is the reason I told you, if it is a replace and scrap, it is 0. Because initially whenever you are doing registration means you have received from the customer, but as we have selected scrap, at the time of invoice it will be decreased. So net effect is 0, +1 and -1. Now sales order, normal sales order, if you do deliver, I mean to say packing slip, it will be updated -1. Because stores department, they have their responsibility to verify on hand inventory. So stores team need to answer on hand inventory statuses, like on hand inventory, like if it is any deviations are there, stores in charge is responsible person to answer this one. So that is the reason it will be tracked here. Understood? Any doubt in this? Any confusion? Remaining 2, it is, you will not use replace, simply you will create a replace button will be disabled for credit and scrap. one is credit, another one is scrap. So for this replacement of, and that means this will not be enabled, only you will do written order, that's it. So replace button will not be enabled for this replace, whatever you are doing, this will not be enabled, or this will be disabled for these two options if you are using credit or if you are using scrap. Only this one it will allow you. So you can try that one. Okay, any questions please, anyone? Of course, replace and credit and return to customer is a majority scenarios client will use. Replace and scrap is very less. Any questions please? If no questions, I will go to the next topic, but I would like to understand from you, is it clear or any doubts in this? Okay, I hope it is clear. So it is not a complex process, only you need to practice. Practice makes man or woman perfect. Okay, you need to practice and come back to me if you have any doubts. Fine. Today I will try to understand one more new topic. Request for quotation. Request for quotation, it is called RFQ process. Okay, if you remember, sales order process means complete sales order process means sales process. Can anyone recollect what is complete sales process? Sales process. The complete sales process. The first step is creation of a lead to opportunity. From opportunity, it is sales quotation creation. Sales quotation creation. Sales quotation confirmation. Then, sorry, in between, sales quotation sent. Sales quotation confirm. Then sales order will be created. Then sales order confirmation is optional. Next, picking list. Generate picking list. Next, picking list registration. Then post packing slip. Then invoice to customer, or customer invoice or sales invoice. Then customer payment. This is complete sales process. In this process, I have not explained this one. This is a part of finance. Actually, these two are part of finance, and remaining process is complete sales process in Dynamics. So if you don't know this process name, at least you will not be qualified for any interview. You will not be qualified if you don't know about this complete process. This is the complete sales process. The complete sales process: lead, opportunity, sales quotation creation, sales quotation sent, sales quotation confirmation, sales order confirmation. It is optional. Generate picking list registration, packing slip, invoice to customer, customer payment. This is complete sales process. So if you want to attend the interview, if you don't know for T&L, if you don't know this process, you will not be qualified. That means entry part also will not be, you don't know about at least entry. Forget about the complex scenarios. So this is minimum question for any interview they will ask. Whoever is looking for change, you need to be very much strong about this process. See, some questions it will be straightforward, some questions it will be tricky. You need to be very much strong, at least straightforward questions. If you don't know the complex questions, that is different scenario. So always for anything, for any interview, 80% will be 70-80% will be from the standard, and 20% 30% it will be customization or complex scenarios. Out of this 80%, if you answer 70%, out of 8 questions, if you answer 7 questions from the standard, then at least people will understand like you have strong application knowledge. So if you are missing always 80% subject, not only this one, any examination, if you are attending any examination, you should know about the standard regular process, or not only dynamics AX, even if you are attending any subject examination, 80% will be straightforward questions will be there, 70-80. Out of that one, you should not do any single mistake on that standard functions or standard subject. So 20-30% tricky questions, there only the intelligence will be like top 1, top 10, top 20 will be variance on that typical scenarios. But 80% people, everyone should know about this process. Okay, I hope you practice this one in front of mirror. Try to practice or discuss with your colleagues. Try to make yourself colleagues with within the group, or I have already created a big group. So you need to practice, because if you are not able to answer this question, then no use to join these sessions. This is A. If you want to learn ABCD, this is A. Okay, fine. Now RFQ process. RFQ process means purchase process. So in the purchase process, I have explained only purchase order process. I have explained purchase order process. So this is sales process, complete sales process. So in the purchase process, you understood about one is purchase order process. In this, purchase order creation, purchase order confirmation, receipt list, registration, product receipt, then invoice to receiving invoice from the vendor. And payment. This is purchase order process. Before this, we have request for quotation process. Before this, request for quotation. Before this one, we have purchase requisition process. So these two are different processes. Before purchase order process, before going to do purchase order process, there is request for quotation. What is this request for quotation? Let us understand. Theoretically, suppose if you want to purchase a laptop, what you will do, you will go to one shop and you will give the details like, I want 16 GB RAM, 1 TB hard disk, and third generation, whatever the process you want. So you will give the information to the shop owner, like I want so and so, so and so, so and so. What he will do, he will fill the details, like right side you will give the information, left side like what is RAM, what is hard disk, and what is the like processor you want, and everything it will be written. And right side he will fill the amounts like this much, this much, this much, this much, and total is this much. Am I right? That is same we are doing in this system. Request for quotation. Company will send the request, send me quotation, send me the quotation. Then once it is RFQ created, RFQ sent to the vendor, then RFQ follow up, RFQ receive, RFQ confirm. Then automatically purchase order will be created. So earlier from sales quotation, if you remember, from sales quotation, as soon as if you confirm sales quotation, sales order will be created automatically. In the same manner here, if you confirm RFQ, purchase order will be created automatically. Purchase order will be created automatically. So let me show you this process in the system, and we'll come back. If it is any doubts, we'll discuss in the notepad. So procurement and sourcing module, collapse all, request for quotations, all request for quotations. So before that, you will have one more purchase equation. This you will understand in coming sessions. First, we are focusing on request for quotations. Let me write down the path. Procurement and sourcing module, RFQs, request for quotation, all request for quotations. Okay, so let me go to here. Now I am creating a request for quotation, procurement and sourcing, request for quotations, all request for quotations. We are clicking on new button. So it is, the type is purchase order. Purchase order we are selecting. Click OK. So I would like to purchase one item. Usually this item will be a new item, because if it is regular item, we will not discuss with vendors. But if it is a new brand item, brand new item, then we will verify with different vendors who is going to deliver at the earliest as per the requirement. Okay, I am taking normal item only, 1000 item number 1000. But in real time scenario, this will be a new item. This will be a brand new item which is available recently in the market. For that only we will verify with multiple vendors. So I have created a item. Okay, so I have not entered any price, because I am checking with different vendors what is the best price he can give. Okay, and now if you go to header, I have not selected vendor. I'm going to inquire this information from multiple vendors. So vendor 1001, look at this one. Suppose I'm inquiring, it is RFQ, means request for quotation, means we are inquiring with multiple vendors. So 1001, and I'm checking with another vendor. Suppose US 101, and one more vendor. From 3 vendors I'm going to inquire. Suppose 102. Okay, 3 vendors. Give me a second. Let me go to the vendors. So 1001 vendor, and then US 101 and US 102. US 101 and US 102. From 3 vendors, I'm going to inquire what is the best price. Okay. Now I want to show you one small setup. Okay, let us proceed. Now RFQ is created. RFQ is created. Now I can send this one to vendors. So for that, process send. That means I'm inquiring with multiple vendors, 101, 1001, US 101 and US 102. Okay, here in the print options, we can select enable print request for quotation so that it will be printed. But I'm not taking printout. Okay, I'm clicking OK. Usually it will be enabled. This checkbox should be enabled, and you need to take a printout, and you need to send this information through. Usually it will be email ID. Nowadays it is email ID. Once upon a time it is a courier or something. I want these many items. Now it is email will be sent. So I'm clicking OK. So just let me close this one 85 RFQ. If you look at this one, initially it will be the status will be created. Now it was sent. So here it is showing vendor count multiple or single. It will show you. Initially it will show you created. Now I have sent the quotation to the vendors. That is the status. Lowest status is sent, and highest status sent. If suppose I have sent to only one vendor, then created like lowest status is created and highest status is sent. Like that it will show you. Okay. So now I have sent to multiple vendors, all vendors. Then it is sent. Fine. Now procurement and sourcing module. Request for quotation. Follow up. Here request for quotation follow up. So there will be 3 request for quotations will be created. Let me show you. So for 1001, ES 101, 102, from these 3 we have already requested from these 3. Now click on request for quotation details. So here it is showing. Now vendor has filled the information. On behalf of vendor, we will update this one. So it is reply process is not started. Reply process is not started. Now edit RFQ reply. Now the status will be changed. Okay, purchaser is updating. Otherwise vendor, if you have given access to the vendor will update this one. Vendor will update this one if you have given permissions, like there is one more separate permissions will be there, external users. I will discuss with you after some time. Okay, now we have received information from the vendor, we are updating. So the price is suppose 800. The price is $800, but if I go inside, it will take 10 days time, because as I told you, this is a brand new item. So he is going to offer at the rate of $800, but the lead time inside here, you will find lead time. Lead time, it will take 10 days, because as I told you, new item, it will take 10 days. Okay, save this file. Purchaser is updating. Now submit. So vendor has submitted one vendor 1001. It is submitted by the vendor. Okay, the price is 800. The price is 800, and lead time, it will take 10 days time to deliver the material. It will take 10 days time to deliver the material. Fine. Next, from 101 vendor. From 101 vendor, US 101 vendor, RFQ reply details. So it was not started. Now click on edit. Edit RFQ reply. Then it will be new form is opening on top of this. Now it is purchaser is updating. Purchaser is updating. We are updating. We are a purchasers. We are updating. Now he has given the price at the rate of 900. At the rate of 900, and he is ready to deliver in 1 day. He is ready to deliver 1 day. The price is high, but he is going to deliver in 1 day. So now submitted. Then status will be changed to purchaser is updated, or updated purchaser. Submitted by the purchaser. Now third vendor, from the third vendor I have received one second. Click on edit, reply. So where is that? Someone else is asking, like, okay, Niklesh, any reason why it is grayed out? Perfect. Parallelly he is verifying. Just actually I did not informed one thing. In procurement and sourcing module, because I want to verify anyone is practicing or not. That is the reason I have not intimated. In procurement sourcing module, setup procurement and sourcing parameters. For you it was disabled. So here RFQ process, you need to enable this one. Purchaser can edit vendor bid. In procurement and sourcing parameters, RFQ, if anyone asks, I want to give the answer. So Niklesh, this checkbox is disabled in your environment. You need to enable. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Fine. So now we are doing. So if it is not enabled, what happens? This button will be disabled. This button will be disabled. So Niklesh has, like, he is practicing parallelly, and he immediately asked in the chat, like, any reason why it is edit RFQ reply is grayed out. The reason behind here it will be disabled in your environment. The reason behind you need to enable this parameter. Let me write down this parameter in the notepad. Procurement and sourcing parameters. RFQ fast tab, RFQ tab, request for quotation tab, request for quotation tab, then RFQ reply. Purchase can edit, purchaser can edit vendor's bid. Purchasers can edit vendor bid. This checkbox should be enabled. This checkbox should be enabled. Okay, fine. Now the third one from US 102, I'm clicking on edit, request for quotation reply. So now in this stage, I have received response from 2 vendors and 1 vendor I have not received. Then if you look at this one, this status, highest status will be changed. Look at this one, refresh. Highest status is received, means from some vendors we have received response, and still we need to receive from some vendors completed. Once it is completed, it will be updated received. Look at this one. Now third vendor, he has given offer like $850. Okay, and he is ready to deliver this material in 4 days. He is ready to deliver this material in 4 days. Okay, save and submit. Now the status will be changed to updated the price purchaser. Okay, submitted by purchaser. The status is updated. Now close. Okay, here it will update the details in the top. It will be moved from here to top because it was received from all vendors, 3 vendors it was received. So the placement will be changed. That's it. Okay, fine. Now if you go here and if you verify from all vendors I have received response, so it is received from all vendors. The status, it is received. Now I can do compare replies. Look at this one from vendor 1001. It is 800 and 10 days it will take. And this is vendor 101, this item 900, but he will send immediately within 1 day. And this is 854. Suppose take the example, I'm a project manager. Now I need 4 laptops. Because from next Monday, coming Monday, the project is getting started. I need to arrange laptops to my employees. So that they will start working on from Monday onwards. It should not be further delay. Now, which one is the best option to purchase? Can I go with this one, or can I go with this one, or can I go with this one? Which one is the best option? Today it is 6th of December. I want your participation. Now this 13th I need the material at any cost. By 13th I need the material so that I can start working with the project. Yeah, which one is best? This one is the best, am I right? Because he is providing with $800 only. Is it? Yes or no,
No,
at least?
No, sir.
use
Because it is
102.
lead time is 10 days.
So it is delaying for process. Now, which one is the best? Is this one? Because he is giving
Unit
it
price
next.
850, lead time 4 days.
So the last one is the best option. This is called optimum solution. This is called optimum solution. So many people asked me, like in US when I'm providing training, the US citizens, they asked like it should be automatic. It should be automatic process, the best price. System cannot think. So only thinking power, we have thinking power, human being, but systems will act on instructions only. So I cannot make it automation process for this one. Which one I need to select? Because system don't know what is the need. So we being human beings, we can think like this is the best option because within 4 days he is going to dispatch. This is the best price. If I'm going with this one, the project will be delayed. If I'm going with this option, it is unnecessarily waste of money. And if it is this one, I can start like best price $850. Within 4 days I'm going to receive, so I can start working with the project from next Monday. Okay, so many people will argue, not only one place, many people will argue like, so it should be automated for the best price. No, it should not be. The reason behind, even though this is a best price, but I'm not going to receive in time the material. So based on your requirement, you are going to take the decision. And if suppose there are multiple lines, suppose from 1001 vendor, we are receiving item 1000, suppose 102, US 102, this is the best price. And another item, suppose two items are there, another item, then I can select another item from this vendor also, if it is a best price. Okay, so it does not mean that in a one purchase request or RFQ, one request, look at this one. Here I have entered only one item. Suppose there are 3 items I have sent. Request for quotation for 3 items. Then it will show you totally 12 lines. One is for header, and 3 lines means each vendor, it is 3 lines, means for one vendor it will be 4 lines. Okay, it is not mandatory like I need to purchase all 3 items from one vendor. I can purchase one item from this vendor, I can purchase another item from this vendor, I can choose like this. Understood? Are you able to imagine? So if it is in the same RFQ process, if it is multiple items are there, one item I can purchase from one vendor, one item I can purchase from another vendor based on our requirement. So you need to compare this information, this chart, with not only this lead time, there are many things like discounts also there. You can compare this chart. Okay, so lead time, sometimes it may not be shown in your system. Then you need to click on default request for quotation reply details. Here you can choose what are the things should be like printed in the system. So you can enable whatever you want. So here there are options, and here also there are options. Not this one, so this one only. You can enable the check boxes whatever you want. Those things will be updated here in the process, in this. Okay, so sometimes some check boxes may not be shown properly, whatever it is showing, then you can select here. In this, whatever it is displaying, whatever you are expecting to display, those things you can select here from this line. Suppose currency is not displaying, I can enable this currency, then currency will be displayed here in this. Okay, whatever you want, just I'm showing you the options how you want, whatever you want. Fine. Now the best option is this one. The best option is this one. So I'm selecting this vendor. I'm selecting this vendor. I'm doing click on accept. So accepting request for quotation. If you want to take a printout, you can choose this print checkbox and you can enable this checkbox. Okay, usually I will not enable, it is unnecessary waste of time. If you want, you can do that one. Okay, and then click OK. Now immediately it is getting created one purchase order, one new purchase order will be created. Now one more form is opening. Look at this one. So it is rejecting remaining 2 lines. If you want to do yes, you can do it. Otherwise, you can cancel. Rejecting 1001 US 101. I'm not rejecting. If you want, you can do the reject process also. Now, one purchase order will be created. If you go to procurement and sourcing, purchase orders, all purchase orders. So we have created from US 102. From US using US 102 with the price 850, one purchase order will be created. Look at this one. The last purchase order is created just now. It is 6th of December. Of course, yeah, this is USA time zone. In India, it is 7th December, but in USA, it is still yesterday night. So that is the reason it is showing this one. And remaining process is continued. Remaining process is the same process. Like 850, it will be processed. Okay. So request for quotation, creation and sent, request for quotation follow up and receive process and compare. Compare and confirm. Or accept. Understood? Any doubt in this process? Accept. Request for quotation creation, sent, follow up and then receive. Will update this one, RFQ compare and accept. Automatically PO will be created. This is RFQ process. This is RFQ process. Anyone has any doubts in this? Any doubt? Any questions? Any clarifications, please? So, like 1 month back, whenever the course started, at that time, sometimes you may practice, sometimes you may not practice. Now, if you are not practicing, then you will not remember the entire process. So whenever I'm explaining, you will think like this application is dead easy application. Whenever you are practicing, you will think like it is very complex. Both statements are wrong. If you do practice, it will make sure like easy. Fine. Now, what is this checkbox? Like procurement sourcing parameters, why it was not enabled? Why it is not enabled? Rather than entering by me, majority times I don't want to enable this one. The reason behind, vendor will update these details. How he will enter the details means, we have in D365, if you go to system administration, users and users. One role is there, you can give access to outside employees also. Let me go to here inside. So we can assign roles. In this, there is external role also, it is available. Look at this one, there are many roles. For vendor, you can give, even though he is not an employee, we can give external role. So I did not remember the exact role. Let me verify. See, vendor external. If you give permission like this, you need to collect the information from the vendor, like username and email ID, something. You need to collect the details, and system administrator can give access to the external vendor. So he will not access all these things. He will get access only for RFQ if you give permission to the vendor. He is not my business user. He is not my business user, but he will update this one. So with the external vendor, external admin, these two. This admin means I'm giving permission to him. He will assign different users to different people. So these two are external process. Whatever it is there external, these are like not my business users. Outside people also can access my application, so that he can fill the details. No need to fill by me. I mean to say, my business people, I mean to say, in my company, business users are not going to update. They will update. For that, we can enable. So if you want to update internally, we need to enable this checkbox. Otherwise, in real-time scenario, access will be given to the external vendors. External vendors will access your application. They will fill their data. Okay. Any more quick questions, please? Any more quick questions? Okay, if nothing, then we can wind up the session for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time. See you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Satya.
You're welcome.
Thank you.